Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is a high-octane comeback for a series that's long stuck in Mario Kart's slipstream. By plucking the best of the blue blur's karting past, ditching the deadweight, and layering in fresh ideas such as travel rings and gadgets, Sonic Team has delivered its most inventive racer yet. Whether or not it dethrones Mario Kart is irrelevant. CrossWorlds is undoubtedly Sonic's greatest racing game, and his best outing since Sonic Mania. Make no mistake, Mario Kart will always be the benchmark against which other racers are judged. Nintendo's karting formula works, and from the first Turbo Boost there's evidence CrossWorlds is emulating that formula. E-Stadium, the opening event, is a stand-in for Mario Kart Stadium. The second course, Rainbow Garden, recalls Moo Moo Meadows. Colorful Mall wears the shopping center inspiration of Mario Kart Wii's Coconut Mall, right down to its polished vinyl floor. The majority of CrossWorlds tracks do celebrate locations of past Sonic games, but at surface level. With karting's customary item boxes, boost pads, and mid-air kart flips, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds appears a Mario Kart reskinned. To combat this perception, Sonic Team are leaning into its mascot's trademark speed and over-the-top flair, creating a racer that feels faster, flashier, and more unpredictable than any pedal Mario has ever put to metal. Once quicker racing classes are unlocked, CrossWorlds comes into its own. Tracks whip past in kaleidoscopic color that washes through the eyes and vision smudging motion blur, whilst looping tarmac conjures the same stomach-churning sensations as Wipeout's ridiculous Mach speeds. Sonic's trademark speed is a thrilling presence, but CrossWorld's new rival system takes that blistering pace and weaponizes it. Before any event, the game chooses a rival to benchmark my performance against, ensuring every race becomes a high-stakes duel that grows in intensity the stronger that my rival is. Plus, the faster they go, the faster the field seems to move with them, creating races where it felt like I was clawing for every inch of tarmac. Rival battles provide some of CrossWorld's best moments, wheel-to-wheel slugfests where my adversary is just out of reach. They're scrappy, frenzied, and laced with trash-talking bite, with close photo finishes injecting extra tension even if the race win is gone. And if rivals fuel CrossWorld's competition, gadgets are its nitro boost. With over 70 to unlock by completing races, these gadgets equip to vehicles to modify their performance. Everything from things like speed boosts and air trick buffs to increase offensive item drops and much more. Every attachment modifies a kart's behavior in meaningful ways, with tangible changes that are felt through the controller. Before long, I was crafting full builds. I transformed basic rides into hypersonic bullets, built for straight-line dominance, or hulking cruisers which I outfitted specifically to disrupt everyone else's lap time. If I wanted to race as a drift specialist, air trick technician, or precision cornerer, well, there was a gadget combo to match. It's easily one of CrossWorld's most compelling features, and together with rivals, it's where the game's strategic depth lies. Equally satisfying is the variability applied to cosmetic decoration. A huge palette of colors, panel textures, decals, horns, auras, and more ensures each card I crafted really felt like my own. Furthermore, chassis can be mixed and matched front to back to create drives which combine the performance stats of both. First, I wanted to create a sleek craft to chase leaderboard times. Then, I combined the ugliest chassis parts to create an absurd monstrosity for ramming the competition. All in all, I enjoyed my time tinkering here. One of my favorite creations is a ring-stealing bully, an intimidating black tank of a machine, spec'd out for maximum disruption on the courses. My only gripe is that chassis classes can't be combined. That is, a hammering front end can't be fused to a nimble rear. Sonic Team wants to maintain a balance across the grid between raw speed, dexterity, and power after all. This isn't a major issue come race time anyway, as should I take the track in my jet black battering ram, I can select any racer skilled in steering to counteract its sluggish turning. And once the countdown ends and I attempt to execute the perfect burnout, I swiftly discover that CrossWorld's surreal track location and collection is, for the most part, a constant reminder that this is Sonic's world. There are only a couple of duds that sully the selection, however, namely Wonder Museum and Sonic Unleashed's Market Street, purely for their underwhelming world design rather than their actual layout. But on the whole, this is the strongest lineup of any Sonic racer yet, and I say that despite a handful of new locations flying a bit too close to Nintendo's sun. You see, the key is visual identity. CrossWorlds is a celebration of Sonic's heritage, with numerous tracks taking inspiration from iconic locations of the Hedgehog's past. Standouts include Frontiers' Kronos Island, Adventure 2's Radical Highway, Shadow the Hedgehog's Digital Circuit, and Forces' Mystic Jungle. However, the real showstoppers are the CrossWorlds sprints themselves. After a typically chaotic opening lap, drivers are catapulted through travel rings onto entirely new stretches of track before seamlessly looping back to the original course. At first, I was worried these detours would feel like a gimmick. However, each transformation shakes up the race without derailing its flow, demonstrating the care Sonic Team has taken to add unpredictability. On lap 2, CrossWorlds races could have descended into unfettered anarchy. Instead, remarkably, there's restraint on show here, a welcome fever dream rather than a lurid nightmare. Variety doesn't stop at the CrossWorld tracks, as the original course is dramatically reshaped by lap 3. A mid-lap straight might have tumbled away, forcing drivers to switch to aerial racing. Or a twisting back section could be flooded now, shifting carts into wave-jumping speedboats to keep the breakneck momentum flowing. New racing lines emerge, threading through additional boost pads whilst extra hazards spill out onto the tarmac. These third-lap shenanigans intertwine spectacle and gameplay majestically here, making each race as much about navigating the chaos as it is about seeing the checkered flag first. CrossWorld's selection of modes rounds out the package nicely, though not all land equally, we should say. The offline multiplayer Race Park Party mode is where things get really loud. Here, team-based objectives layer over the core sprint to the finish formula, pitting 2 or more players against a convoy of AI rivals to collect the most rings, land the most bumps, or just battle it out with the most extreme power-ups and so on. It's chaotic fun, but can verge on sensory overload at times, when the screen is bursting with effects and the audio is popping with ring collection and ring loss sounds. I honestly found it easy to just kinda lose track of what's actually happening around me. My partner felt the same. At times we felt less like racers, and instead more like bowling balls just bouncing down a lane with the bumpers up. Single-player content is more traditional. Completing 4 race Grand Prix events showered me with currency to then spend on customizations and cosmetics. It's a tried-and-true progression loop that kept me chasing that next upgrade. Time Trial mode offers a nice twist on the classic, requiring boost items be collected and deployed strategically in order to climb to the top of that leaderboard. With the track morphing between laps just like the regular races, even time attacks offer elements of unpredictability. In my time spent with Sonic Racing CrossWorlds before tackling this review, I like to think I haven't unlocked all the speed-enhancing gadgets yet, as despite my most streamlined efforts, I'm still 10+ seconds away from those ever-elusive S-tier times. Overall, CrossWorlds is a burst of color and energy, exactly what a Sonic racer should be. It's undeniably vibrant, with bright, mostly readable tracks, save for the oft-overdone motion blur and expressive Sonic models that are constantly animated, waving, jeering, and reacting mid-race. In my opinion, the game is best experienced in performance mode, which delivers a smooth frame rate that perfectly complements the game's rapid pace. Quality mode promises higher visual fidelity and textures and reflections, but at these speeds I never really found myself wishing for more visual detail. Either mode ran consistently on my PS5, but performance mode simply feels right for a game this fast. Likewise, CrossWorld's soundtrack is jaunty, bouncing and unmistakably Sonic. The constant energy of the music pairs beautifully with the on-screen chaos. Dialogue between the racers is snappy, sometimes honestly genuinely funny, and cleverly personalized for each character, but it of course can get repetitive. Sonic in particular has a habit of dropping the same not bad quip what feels like dozens of times per race, which yeah, kinda starts to grate to come to the race's end. Sound effects, on the other hand, are pure nostalgia. From the familiar ring chimes to the bumpers, everything just hits the right notes. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds doesn't just redefine the series, it finally gives Sonic a kart racer with its own identity. By embracing speed, strategy, and pure chaos, Sonic Team has built a game that feels unmistakably Sonic rather than just simply chasing Mario Kart's tail. It's a racer I can see myself returning to for months on end, whether I'm shaving milliseconds off those time trials, building ridiculous new gadget setups, or squinting through another round of race park mayhem. And with that, we reach the end of this video. Have anything to say? Let us know in the comments below. Also, we upload new videos every single day on GamingBolt, so please consider subscribing as it really helps us out. Thanks for watching.